What's up, crypto kids, blockchain, phantom freaks? How y'all doing today? I'm coming at you from a couple places, but really the land of damn opportunity, man. There is some major stuff going on Fantom, and even in a down market, wars going on, all sorts of crap. What you would expect, with some different war stuff, that we're going to have some major bounces up, in my opinion, but you never know for sure. We will see. But, as money finds some place to go, it's got to go somewhere. And crypto is a great place, and it's proving its use case, regularly, right? I mean, from Canada, from truckers to freaking Ukraine, and, people trying to get out of their own monetary system, and, with all of the major power grabs going on by banks to basically, World Economic Forum you into a belly up surveillance state, and we start pushing the other direction. Crypto really proves its value, right? And Fantom right now is extremely undervalued at 167. I think we're going to see a lot of increases here. The TVL just passed AVAX again, so we are booming back up, and that's largely in part because of the solidly launch, right? Andre Cronje solidly launch is one of the biggest things to happen, and people will downplay it and people will upplay it, and it is what it is. There is definitely a lot of changes that are going to happen because of this, when the godfather of DeFi moves and billions of dollars move. That's what happens. So 167, price looking good, volume not too high, but looking pretty powerful. I think that we are in a very good spot. We will see, but Fantom is, never a bad way to go. Other things on the Fantom ecosystem not doing so well. HEC, heck, they got a chunk of Andre Cronje's NFT, so we'll see how that helps them. Now, 2omb has put theirs with BEETS over on OXDAO, and they're getting all the benefits there. OXDAO has got a lot going on. If I tried to talk about them today, we wouldn't talk about anything else because it's a big it's a big maneuver, but some funny stuff happened where with Andre kind of rushing the deal, right? He should have slowed this down, in my opinion. The OXDAO team made a temporary coin until their new coin was ready or whatever, and it was a 2-coin deal, and it's basically a way to collect a tax, and it was called the first coin was called Painin, and the next one is called the Assets, and because they were they created a little scuffle kerfunkle with Andre, and it's funny stuff. I'll get all going down the pike, but this is big stuff. I'm not sure why such the rush, but everything is launched. Solidly is launched. Lots of things going on, and teams, scrambling and working. When you're scrambling and working like this, it makes it very, the chance for there to be an error or something to go wrong is very, there's high probability, right? Because you have a lot of teams building on Solidly, and they're all rushing because it's a race to get this stuff done, because Andre's okay, next layer, let's go, or next move, let's go, and the teams have to drop whatever else they're doing, go and build this thing. And of course these teams got their own projects to run, their own management stuff to do, and so finding free devs out that are just ready to jump in and work on this stuff. Yes, it is a major opportunity for devs to prove their worth, do something do something now, build on this. Really gives you sharpening your skills in the real world scenario. There's nothing better than hands-on learning, and that's a positive thing. But rushing the way that it's been going, it's one, fun because it makes everything happen very quickly, and other people say we're going to launch something and it takes months and months and months or a year or whatever, and Andre's let's go, we're building it, we're on it, let's go, get your devs. And there is something to be said for how cool that is, but and how positive it is. And there's so much stuff that has come into the ecosystem between Weave and the VDAO and all that, SolidX, and now with OXDAO and all of the the natives getting on board there. We'll see what all happens, but pretty damn cool, and it has certainly brought up a bunch of opportunity. All right, we don't want to hang here forever. Let's go check on war bonds. War bonds, as we said, should have tanked, right? It should have dropped, because here's where the minting ended. That was where the minting finished. And then, boom, we got a price correction back down to reality, because, you know, this is where the demand came in. Everyone needed to purchase here. And then whatever whales, once all of the tanks were minted, all of the Genesis tanks were minted, because basically what happened was they had 10,000 tanks. Those tanks all got minted, and you had to have war bonds in order to purchase, right? You had 1,500, I believe it was, war bonds in order to get a Genesis tank. It's a mystery box. You didn't know what you got. There was, you know, a lot of common tanks, less uncommon tanks, and then up the rank all the way to legendary tanks, which are selling for, like, you know, multiple X's or what anyone on NFT marketplaces right now. And so, you know, everyone was buying in to mint them. The minting ended. Boom. Everyone dumped them because it was a race to dump, right? And someone scooped up the bottom and made a pretty penny. It's my estimation that this game, and the reason I'm in this, and why it's so, you know, the team's so big, there's so much going on, it's going to blow away any other play to earn game that's in existence right now. When this thing launches, it's going to change the rules. There's going to be a lot of, you know, and that's why there's so much speculation in the NFT marketplace here. I mean, they slowed down the entire Fantom blockchain between this and Solidly. You know, this happened, and it was like seriously slowing down the you know, the EVM compatible side of the blockchain. And of, you know, of Fantom itself. Of course, it's a DAG. I know that. Everyone's just to say that whenever you say blockchain, but we're going to call it a blockchain just for fun. Okay. So, you know, this was slowing it down. Boom, that happened. And then Solidly is launching, and now Fantom was extremely slowed down again. It's really funny. All right, we got a lot of opportunity to talk about, but it is my estimation that this game, these war bonds, the in-game token, all of it, this is going to be one of the biggest money makers, and like multiple X's upon X's in the crypto space for this coming year. So take that what it's worth. For 2022, this, I believe, will be one of the biggest plays, and everyone will be talking about tank wars the way everyone talks about Kribata and the way everyone talks about Axie Infinity. So there's all that. Let's stop by Tank Wars real quick. Look at these two tanks I got. I got two uncommon tanks unwrapped here. Uncommon, it's pretty cool. It's, you know, not the worst that you could get, right? You know, some people certainly pulled out a lot better, but what I do still have is I have 6 mystery boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mystery boxes still left open. I got this one right at the end because I wanted to get one of the very last ones. I had already bought in the war bond, so I didn't pay the top up there. I was just sitting on the war bonds waiting. When I felt like it was comfortable enough that I was in right near the ending, I grabbed this tank. And these ones, I grabbed 9115 here, 8263, and these ones I already had purchased the war bonds. So that was that. I paid like $220 for this one, maybe like $220 for these 3. I paid about $260 for that one and $300 for that one. And we'll see what, or maybe the other way. I can't remember, but that was that many war bonds. But either way, they're, you know, all worth a lot more than that, except for maybe the comments. I'm not sure exactly what they're selling for. Let's go over to the Tank Wars Zone's Twitter and check out what's going on. Here's where they're telling you to unopen your boxes, and that's the way it looks when you unwrap them. Bam, they do that. I'll do that on a video and unwrap some of those tanks and all that. But look at this. I just sold my legendary tank. I mean, you just bought these things. I mean, you are that's such a quick sell on NFT Key Me. Minted last week for $220. Good job, buddy. Sold today for $2,500. I'm holding 4 more. I'm holding 4 more for higher prices. Paper mache hands strikes again, I'm sure. And I think what happened there at the end is like someone jumped in or some group jumped in and bought up all of the last tanks. And then, you know, probably, you know, made some videos about it. And now they're getting people to go to the marketplace or something to purchase the tanks from them. But they all just like right at the end, boom, they all went. And probably what happened was like someone figured out that like I should just buy all these, go through, pick, it's some whale, go through, take out all the legendaries and take out all of the, the highest ranking tanks and just get rid of the rest. And that would be your easiest way to, to make some serious X's if you have this, the dough lying on the side. So major. Hi guys, I made a new video to show you how to beat the AI tanks in Tank Warzone in English. I hope you enjoy it. In the video, don't forget to like and retweet. This is in the Tank Warzone's thing, and right now, if they have a beta version of one of the games of this particular game here. They have multiple games. I think we talked about that before. I think you understand that. And basically this, she shows you how to beat it, and they're sharing $100,000 amongst, splitting it up between all the people who have beat it, which there's a whole bunch of people who have beat it, but, nothing wrong with going in there and beating that. Here's legendary token ID sold for legendary tank 7186, sold for 1,850 Fantom. Nice. You certainly didn't pay anywhere near that much. This one for 733 bought for 1,799 Fantom. And, might scrape together some funds and just try to go in and get a legendary tank right here near the beginning, because there was only like 200 legendary tanks that even came out. And so here's someone sold an uncommon, and let's see, what did that tank for? Tank Warzone takes NFT. Oh, someone's giving this away. Win one Tank Warzone NFT. Nice. So nothing wrong with, I like people giving away tank. Bought for 599 Fantom on NFT place. And what is this? Doesn't say what level it is. Well, geez, you should at least tell us what level it is. Tank Warzone Tanks Arbiter bought for 1,577. Let's see, it's bought for 777 Fantom. So, man, these things are just, flying. I think this is going to be, like I said, a huge major play. Let's move on from there. Might not be a bad idea to get yourself a tank on the secondary marketplace, because you're going to be able to stake these tanks for passive income, rent out your tanks, build garages, have land, all that good stuff. I plan to get involved pretty heavily. So there's all that. Let's move on from there, or we'll never wrap this thing up. Tomb Finance has been doing good. It has been, on peg, off peg, but it's pettering. Like, geez, this APR, when it does peg, it like spits out so much tomb. It's crazy. I don't know how they could keep spitting out this much tomb and still maintain hitting this peg sometimes. Look at that. What a day, Some days you get nothing for multiple days on end, and then other days you just get a big pile of money thrown in your lap, and it dances around peg a lot. And man, whew, thanks, Tomb. Really appreciate the funds. So there's all that. Let's head over to, still waiting for like Life and all that good stuff to come out, and I think that will do major things for the prices. But Harry's out there doing what he does, and as long as we got that billionaire on the hook, I'm just happy as hell to be involved in Tomb Finance and be wrapped up over there. But Harry does go around and mess around with these other forks, right? Like there's the new fork that's I actually put a little bit in on Yield Wolf. I put in $300 as an experiment. Come on. There's a new fork that is forking off a tomb. It's pegging to tomb, which is really funny. It's like a Ponzi on top of a Ponzi on top of a seigniorage, and yeah, it's funny or comical. But so there's this new one that's called, which had a whole bunch of money. So what happened was like there was all this money flooded into 3ohm, 2ohm, and then someone pulled it. Like obviously, like all of the liquidity and everything just got like sucked out, and then it left there, and it was pretty obvious with the same wallets. It all went over to the new one that's pegged off a tomb, and it pumped into that, and it looks like a whole bunch has been sucked out of there. This thing isn't loading for some reason. There it is, called Based Finance, and it is pegged to tomb. I put the APR was high. I figured the price, it's like a race between the APRs and the and the price of this going down, right? And so right now the price of it going down has outpaced the price of here, right? I put in 300, I'm now at $281, and this is compounding, you know, on the regular, right? It's regularly compounding and earning me a bunch, you know, gathering up a bunch of LP, but the price of the base goes down quicker than this thing compounds. At some point that should stop, turn around, and you know, and at that point it might be a good idea to load a little bit of funds in there. But this is so extremely risky, but Harry is slightly involved with that. That may mean he, you know, forces the peg to crash, which I think that he did that recently on 2omb 3omb, moved a bunch of his liquidity from there over to here. And you know, I had the Tomb because they're paying me out in Tomb. I try to keep Tomb. I try to, like, you know, put it wherever I can. I got, you know, got it in Beluga. I got some in Comb, like in their vault compounders. I got a bunch on Singular Finance, and anywhere I could just go put Tomb, I go put Tomb, try to earn from it, right? Because try not to sell too much of it, because I'm trying to keep the peg, you know, help the protocol, right? All that good stuff. So, you know, splitting it up here, selling half into this base, you know, just an experiment, $300. It's kind of fun, $280. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just going to let this ride, and we'll see if eventually as this keeps, you know, crashing down. And I would imagine that the price would crash down more than the APY would go up if it wasn't pegged to Tomb and there wasn't, like, you know, some sort of, I wouldn't say backhanded deal or backroom deal, but more like a, you know, some sort of manipulation going on with it. So yeah, happy little $300 experiment. Wouldn't recommend putting in much in there. That's for damn sure. Okay, so back over to 3omb. I think that 2omb 3omb is like the greatest fork ever. And other than Tomb, I've never been more confident about a platform coming back to peg than 2omb 3omb. Now, this is not financial advice. Take it for what it's worth. But this crash thing just happened. So it may take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that for this to come back to peg. But this is like, you know, how I made major money in Tomb Finance. And if you know that something's going to come back to peg, even if you're just trading, and I think these guys have a huge treasury. They have cross chains. They just bought a auto compounder. So I don't know if they've hooked it up into their vaults yet, but they just like bought their own auto compounder from, you know, something finance. Can't remember what it was. They got so much going on. It's crazy. They haven't even dipped into their treasury yet. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff over here, in my opinion. And I think this is going to come back to peg no problem. As of now, it's far from peg, right? 0.67 of a Fantom, while Fantom is down at 160 something. This has actually come up because this was farther down. So, you know, I'm holding on to everything I have, but the one major opportunity to show you is this thing is, in my opinion, will come back to peg with Fantom. Fantom itself is going to go up. See how spring-loaded this damn thing is? Like, that's spring-loaded, let alone the shares. The 2 shares is, you know, when this thing does come back to peg, they're going to blow up, man. They are. And in my opinion, this is not financial advice. But let's look at some other things they got going on. Now they have implemented some new farms over here. Check this out. A 2omb, deposit 2omb, and these are single-sided. Single-sided in a Tomb fork. Pretty neat. Pretty different. So you can stake 2omb here and stake just 3omb here, single-sided, and earned 3 shares. Pretty neat. Let's see. I think that's earning 3 ohms. Deposit 3omb, earn 3 shares. Deposit 2omb, earn 3 shares. Earn 3 shares by depositing all these different LP tokens. And then you could do your different stuff with your LP tokens. We are far from peg here. I would imagine that 2omb comes back to peg before 3omb. But these guys, you know, treasury, there's a lot going on here. I've been keeping up with it as best as I can, but the risky guy has got it going on, and I think that this really is the Tomb Finance 2.0, and they right now have a chance, the real chance to prove themselves. But with all what they got going on with the bonds, DAO, the treasury, the cross chain, everything, piggy finance over on AVAX, they're, you know, bridging here, going here. When people are copying Tomb forks now, because the you know, Harry took the Tomb fork GitHub code, took the code for Tomb off of GitHub. Well, people had stopped forking Tomb anyway. They had started forking 2ohm, and 2ohm, because 2ohm has the additional vault. This. Let's go to farms. You know what I'm talking about. Because it has the 2ohm 2 share. And this is the one that I would be buying into now. Like, I plan to put some more money into the 2ohm 2 share, because one, it helps, right? It keeps the 2ohm and the 2 share. They earn 2 share, sell it off. They never sell any 2ohm. This one is totally price positive for the 2ohm. So this is, like I said, major opportunity, because if you have 2ohm and it's going to earn, it's going to go back to peg, in my opinion. And you also have this farm right here that has 2ohm. The price of your 2ohm is going to go up a lot, up to, in my opinion, this isn't financial advice. And then you're going to be earning on this. It's pretty crazy. You don't even need to suffer impermanent loss. This, in my opinion, is a huge major play. All right, I have a couple other plays that are freaking money makers, but this video is getting long, so we're just going to do one. This, Beethoven's been crazy. I got a question not long ago. People said, why do you keep how come you're not in Reaper? Why don't you put what a pain in the ass it is to freaking keep staking these beats and put them in the BPTs and then stake them again. It's like 4 transactions. Like, what a pain in the butt. Why don't I just go put it in Reaper? Because I want to retain all my bribes, right? Not just that, but I want to retain any governance. And also, I take the funds and move them around, right? So like right now, for some reason it unconnected me. Let's grab a refresh. Usually should do it. Okay, so like right now I have earned like $100 or something. I sometimes want to take that and sell the beats and then put it into a pool. Especially right now, it's over $1. That's a good time to be, that's a good time to be buying into the other pools. And I like buying into the other pools because right now it's crazy. Look at this stuff. I'm earning 119% on the Fidelity, on the standard, staking beats is the Fidelio Duet pool. That's 20% Fantom, 80% beats. And the Monolith pool, this is by Exodia. And I got huge bribes coming for this. So what I like to do is vote for the pools that I'm in, or the pools that has the biggest bribes. This pool I'm in and has huge bribes, so I voted for it. Now you got to read about the bribes because they're all differently. Like, most of them come like right away. This one comes like in 2 batches, because what they're doing, cool team, they decided to take 100% of the profits that they earn from this and pay it all to us. So I'm gonna get like, I don't remember what it is. It was like $300 or something, just on top of what I'm already earning, sent to my wallet, like in Exodia or in whatever they're earning here. And I can do what I want with it. I'll probably just come in and add it to the pool, but pretty damn awesome. The bribes are major, so that is one of the reasons I keep my funds here and I don't put them in the farm, into Reaper and have it auto compound. But then also I want to utilize the money, right? Like right here, I got $106. If the price of beats is a little low, with all the bribes, with everything going on with their NFT that they have from Solidly and all this extra TVL coming, and the new advances at Balancer, which these guys benefited from, which is being able to stake coins that are somewhere, stake and earn on coins. And basically what they do is they take your liquidity. They only keep like 20% of it on hand. They take the other parts and they put it into a yield-bearing asset, in the same, like if they're not on, Luna or wherever, it's all on Fantom, but, they would have some in the staked urn and some in the not staked urn, that whole type of thing. So they have a lot of I actually planned to make a video about it. I just never got to it. But so a lot of the income that you're earning on is out earning additional income, right? So like in that one pool that I was telling you, the Exodia pool, this monolith here. So you have 20% Exodia, 20% GOM, 20% wrapped staked Exodia. That is earning right now, and that's what gives us such nice APYs. It helps dramatically. So what's the big play here that I want to show you, which is crazy? I'm going to put this $100 in it today. I'm going to bring a few more funds over. you know, from what I just got from 2omb. Thanks, 2omb. And I'm going to put that into these, you know, because this is just such solid plays. I love it over here. I'm going to put that into this, man. Solid beats. You're like, what is solid beats? Well, we'll get to that. Right now, look at these other ones. Exploding Shrapnel. Shrap is a token ran by the Bomb platform. Bomb is the very first token that ever released on, they have their own exchange. It's pretty cool. Ever released on Fantom. I had my Shrap over on Reaper, but then I broke those LPs. I took it, I put it over here, and I got into this Exploding Shrapnel. It's earning 439%. Of course, I moved it over. It wasn't, you know, it was like, it was still earning really good over on Reaper. It was like 0.4, 0.5% a day. But, you know, I'm over 1% here and earning beats and increasing my pool size here. So was happy to get into that one. This one is by Summit Finance. They have a very interesting setup here where you have 20% USDC, 20% Wrapped Phantom, and then 60% Summit. I like that quite a bit because, you know, in order to get into like a degen coin like that, like this Super Finance here, 80% SUPA and 20% USDC, earning 820% APR. That's pretty damn tasty APR, isn't it? Pretty. But you know, I don't want to be in that degen coin. This makes it a little less degen by adding the 20% USDT and the Fantom. I like that a lot. But you know, I'd get into this pool if it was only 20% Summit. Melody from Hell. This one is brand new and earning like a gangster, man. And it's 70% IMP, 10% Wrapped Phantom, 10% MIM, and 10% DAI. So you got two stable coins, 10% Fantom, and then 70% of this IMP. Not totally familiar with IMP, but the fact that it's on here, it's, you know, doing all that. That's something for me to look at. Now, the big play of the day, which is insane, 200,000% on something you want to hold anyway. Now, I think, you know, waiting for Solid to to maybe settle down to see where it's going to, the price is going to go, and I think, you know, we get a big huge pump and then and then some price discovery, and we'll see where it goes from there. But then buying from there on a dip is probably, you know, a good bet when something has this much hype, right? But if you're earning massive amounts of APR, it is going to, you know, you could get in early, you can hold the token, you can be earning on it, and you could be dollar cost averaging back in by selling off all the beats that you're earning back into this pool. So you just put into this pool, it's 50% solid, 50% beats. What a freaking cool pool. So I just think this, what freaking an awesome amount of money too. So let's go over to the these invest in farms. Man, they got a lot going on, right? I mean, all the time, these latest updates are nuts. This week, we're listening to a symphony of the pool, the Dante Symphony. It's, you know, and their Telegram's on point. This is one of the greatest plays in all of crypto, let alone Fantom. So what I want to do is harvest all of my coins and then just drop them into, and then drop them into the pool. And I'll probably put my coins in there for a while now, because that pool is just too delicious to not. Was having a problem getting confirmations to come through here. Okay, they're working now. Oh, working perfectly. Don't even have to speed them up. I was having to speed up everything the past couple days because Solidly has been, you know, on a tear and slowing everything down. They really need a harvest all button, right? They should have a harvest all right near the top here, so we could just harvest all of your own farms with one button. Most places have that. You should give us that. And maybe it's on here and I just don't know where it is. So if you know if there is a harvest all on here, So I thought I saw it, but you know, deal with so many farms that okay, we're harvesting that. Don't have hardly anything in there. Should have something in this exploding shrap. What do we got here? $3. Hardly even enough to harvest. Okay, so that should be enough to get me all harvested up. So the other opportunity I was gonna bring to you, I mean, it pales to, it's killer APY, killer platform, but really kind of pales to this. So we're not even gonna go to it today. We're just gonna leave it at this. So we'll go to the invest farm and we'll go to APR and we'll find that solid BEETS pool and we'll invest in that. Put max with the BEETS that I have. Price impact is extremely high. I accept the price impact. I understand because solid is, you know, just that type of coin right now. So preview. And this is how I plan to dollar cost average into the Solidly platform. I am simply going to take, you know, funds from different places. I'll actually be putting more in this. I just wanted to get this as a live example. I'm going to put a bunch of that 2omb money that I got over here. And there's some other places I want to drop some of that as well. But there you go. Boom. I just added in about, what, $111 into the this pool. And then so what you do next, after that confirms, click there. Okay, it worked. And then from there, you'll have your tokens right here, right? And you'll see this little yellow. Whenever you see this yellow, it means you haven't finished all the steps, right? You're like, uh-oh, what else needs to happen? Well, you need to put them into the farm, right? So we're going to deposit. We're going to deposit max. We're going to put that into approve it and then deposit it. So lots of transactions over here. And that's why these, you know, balancer on and you only have to do this, you know, the first time you put in that one that I just did, and then this one you have to do every time, the deposit. You know, but on balancer, paying all the ETH fees to make all this happen is absurd and ridiculous. And so of course you want to be in auto compounders over there, but I don't deal with Ethereum anymore. You know, I saw a new proposal coming out where they're gonna get the fees down to pennies. I will believe it when I see it, and if that ever happens, maybe I will go over there, but doubt it. I'm a Fantom freak at this point. All right, and once you see that, it just means that they are already in there. And so, you know, go back over to invest in farms, click on the My Investments tab, and make sure your new pool comes up. It's not there yet. There we go. Invest in pool. Bam! Added it to it. Right there. Solid BEETS. I'm going to be adding a whole bunch more into that one. I imagine that will win a lot of the bribes. All right, really quick before we're not going to get into this right now. I don't want to go through all that. I think you know how to do the bribes. If not, I'll be glad to make a video and do it. But you just go into the Discord and you click on the tab and you vote for your thing, and it takes a snapshot, and then later on you get your money, and the votes happen every 2 weeks, and the bribes are stinky, dinky, ridiculously awesome. Like I said, I got, like, you know, for a $4,000 sitting in BEETS, I got, like, I don't know what it was, like 160 twice, and we'll see, because they haven't sent it to us yet, because with that particular bribe, it wasn't paid out right away. It was paid out a little later. Okay, so there's all that. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto Music. Gonna catch you guys on the flip. Thanks for hanging out. Didn't mean to make the video so long, and I will catch you on the next one.